Hey everyone, it's Amaya. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing my brand new MacBook Pro. It's the 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M4 Max chip, and I got it in the color silver. It's been sitting in the packaging for about a day now. I've been waiting to be able to record this to open it. After we get this thing unboxed, I'm going to go ahead and set it up and hopefully try to give it a nice aesthetic and pretty layout the way I've never really done for my MacBook before. And it's quite the upgrade from what I had before. The MacBook I had before this that I've been working on for about 3 to 4 years now is the 13-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 chip, and it only has like 8 gigabytes of memory. And for a laptop that I mainly do editing on, it's not working out. It's really just not working out. So with this new upgrade, I'm really hoping to be able to edit more seamlessly without any loading or freezing, because when that happens, it really just breaks the flow of trying to edit for hours at a time, and it just makes it a little bit frustrating trying to knock out multiple projects back to back when I know I'm gonna have issues with how fast my laptop's running. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing out of the package and start setting it up. Oh my god, this thing is heavy. This thing is so freaking heavy, bro. Everybody quiet. Pating. Relax. Wow, this thing is big, bro. This thing is really big. Oh my gosh. Looking at them. Woo! Okay, fine, relax. Alright, this is the laptop. Huge. It's so freaking big. It's heavy too. This thing is so heavy. Yeah. They're not playing with this one, bro. I finally have the freaking SD slot, HDMI. It's got the engraved MacBook Pro on the bottom. That's new. Already, I'm so excited to have more than just 2 USB-C ports. The amount of adapters that I have set up on this desk right now is actually crazy. Low key, the white ones, the white MacBook Pros they had way back in the day, those were clean. When are they gonna bring that color back? The all white is too clean. So speaking of color, I went with a silver because there was only 2 options. If they had a space gray, I probably would have gotten that one again because that's the color I have right now. But I didn't want to go with the space black because, as you can tell by my room, it's very bright in here. A lot of light colored / white colored furniture. Although the black is really clean, I just did not want it to throw off the rest of my room because I leave the MacBook on display when I use my monitor, and then even if it wasn't on display, like just having it in the room, I don't know, it felt like it would throw off the theme a little bit. So yeah, I went with the silver. Also, I saw people saying with the space black they have a lot of problems with keeping it clean, like the fingerprints build up pretty fast. And then also I saw something about the color fading in certain spots, and I don't know how true that is or if that happens to everybody, but I didn't want to take the risk of it deteriorating in some way, and it just doesn't look as clean and as pretty as it should for how expensive it was. One thing I am missing is the touch bar that was at the top. I know they took those out completely. Some people didn't like it, some people did. I honestly thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool. Not enough to stop me from upgrading, but yeah, I'll miss it a little bit. I liked it. The only other 2 things in the box were this 140 watt USB-C power adapter and then just the cable to charge it. I'm wondering if they still sell those little adapter pieces to make them long. These chargers used to be so long I could run it from one room to the next and be chilling, and now I can barely plug it in right here and sit on my bed back there with enough space. I'm not sure how long this one is compared to the one I have now, but I'm hoping it's at least a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and take a few seconds to transfer everything properly from my old MacBook to my new MacBook. I'm not sure how long that's gonna take, but once that's done, I'll get into customizing my layout how I want it to be. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this transferred, and then we'll move on to doing all of that. The difference just from looking at the tops is crazy. Oh my god, this thing is huge. Oh, my little touch bar, I'm gonna miss that. Now that everything is finished transferring from the old MacBook to the new one, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with customizing my home screen and the layout with the widgets and everything. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Okay, so starting with the wallpaper, I found this off of Pinterest and it was actually like a iPhone wallpaper, but what I did was just bring it into Canva and match the wallpaper to the background and then saved it from there. Okay, that's cute though, that's cute. The next thing I knew I wanted was some shortcut links to my most used apps and websites. So I went through and grabbed the links for Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and TikTok and dragged it right onto the desktop screen. Then from there, I searched on Pinterest for some icons to eventually change them to match my layout. Once I found the icons I liked, I brought that into Canva and then used the remove background feature to remove that white background. And then once I was downloading it, I made sure to check the transparent background feature so that it would be see-through when I brought it onto my wallpaper. To change the icon photo, you want to right click it and then go to get info, and you also want to have the files for the photos open as well. Once it's open, you'll hit Command A to grab it all and Command C to copy it, and then from there click the small icon from where you hit get info and push Command V to paste it on there. The first time I did it, the icons were actually a little bit too small, so I went into Canva again and saved them larger and then repeated that process for the rest of them. Now for the widgets, I'm going to go ahead and talk through this process step by step just so you know exactly what I did and the exact apps that I used. The very first app is called Widgeter off of the App Store, and I chose the free calendar that was transparent as well as the transparent weather widget, and then dragged that right onto the home screen. And then I adjusted the size for the calendar to be a little bit bigger and then the weather widget to be a little bit smaller. And then I also changed the text color from white to black. The next app I'm using is called Widgetsmith. I already pre-downloaded all the photos I'm going to use, and I took all of these from Pinterest. To do this yourself, you're going to click Add Small Widget and click Photo. From here, you're going to want to find what photo you're going to use, whether from Pinterest or wherever, and download that to your MacBook. Once that's downloaded, you'll be able to drag it right onto the Widgetsmith app, make any adjustments, and change the name, and then hit Save. To use these, right-click your home screen and go to Edit Widgets. From here, you'll search for the Widgetsmith app and add however many small widgets you want to your screen. I used 4 small widgets and then dragged those to the spots I wanted them in, and then went through and changed the photo for each one. To change the widget, you're going to right click it and then you can click the photo you want to use. It's really helpful if you change the name of it in the Widgetsmith app, and this will save you time clicking through the photos, especially if you want to try out multiple combinations. The next app I'm using is called Sleeve, and this is for my music widget. I did pay about $7.99 for this app, but it's worth it to me just because the free versions weren't as customizable and didn't really have the look I wanted. So I kind of just played around with all the settings and made it to how I liked it before moving on to the last widget. The last app I'm using is called Sticky Widget Memo, and I'm using the free version of this app to keep a to-do list / reminders list right on my wallpaper. I did try out a few other note widgets, but I like this one the most out of all of them. The only thing I don't like about this one is the limited font options. After that was done, I decided to go in and add some quick links to the Widgetsmith widgets that I have, just so I can have that shortcut to some more websites that I frequently use. The very last customizations I made were to automatically hide the menu bar so that it only shows up when I hover over it, and then also changing the pointer outline color to a cream rather than a white. It's very subtle. Now, if you have the problem of your widgets not showing up all the way, you can go to System Settings, Desktop, and Dock, and turn your widget style to full color so that it always shows up fully instead of graying out like it does right here. So this is the final look for my MacBook Pro wallpaper and widget layout. I really like the theme and that it didn't turn out too crowded or chaotic, and that all of these widgets will be very useful for me, whether it's daily or weekly. And yeah, like I said earlier, this was my first time customizing my MacBook wallpaper and widgets like this, and even though it's a little bit stressful trying to find a theme, it was worth it in the end for how much time it took. So that's gonna be everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me unbox my new MacBook. When it comes to other accessories and things I could add to it, I'll probably keep that to a minimum just because this thing is already as big as it is, and putting like a plastic case on top. First, I don't want to damage the color, and I saw on a few like Reddit posts that it can warp the screen because of how it closes with a hard case on it. So if I do anything, it'll probably be one of those protective keyboard covers, and then maybe I'll do another privacy screen for when I'm editing in public. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out right here. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations for like widget apps that you like and use for your own layouts. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one next week.